Today's mini lesson is about something us nerdy English professors refer to as the rhetorical triangle. Triangle because there are three main things. Rhetorical, well, I'll be talking more about that word in a future mini lesson. Don't worry about it too much right now. It's not on the test. I'm going to show you my version of the rhetorical triangle. Like a lot of things in life, depending on who you talk to, this triangle might look a little different, but this is the basic deal. When you think of the word text, your mind might go straight to a textbook or a text message. But in nerdy English world, and really college in general, a text is any sort of idea or message that someone's trying to communicate to someone else. We call the person sending the message the author, and the person receiving the message the audience. When you think about it like that, so many things can be considered texts, not just novels and books. Things like speeches, poems, songs, recipes, even things that don't contain words like paintings, ballets, or even buildings. The rhetorical triangle is the answer to this question. What do all of those things, all of those texts, have in common? Well, they were all created by someone, the author. They all contain the author's ideas. That's what makes them texts. And they were all created to be sent to someone, even if that someone is the same person who created it. For example, a personal diary is a text, and the author and the audience are the same person, unless your little sister breaks into your room and secretly reads it. What else do all texts have in common? In order to read, understand, and analyze a text, we must assume that the text was created for some reason. We call this the author's purpose. The author delivers information to the audience with a purpose, and the audience receives this message and purpose and combines it with all their previous knowledge and experiences in order to find meaning in the text. One way to practice identifying the rhetorical triangle is to think about any sort of information you take in during your day and try to build a triangle. For example, let's say you see a news alert on your phone and click through to a news story from the Washington Post. Who's the author? You can scroll up to the top to find the person's name, and you might even be able to click the name and be taken to a short bio on that person. If there is no name, you will have to do some critical thinking. Was this article written by a Washington Post reporter? Or is it a letter to the editor type of article written by an anonymous citizen? What about the intended audience? Any particular age group, gender, or social status? People with smartphones or internet access? Give it some thought. What about the purpose? Why did the author create this text? Why did the Washington Post choose to publish it? Is it informing the audience of an important event? Is it attempting to persuade the audience to take a side on a political issue? These are the types of questions you should always ask yourself when presented with a text. This is how you form a complete understanding of something you read. Most importantly, you can now walk around your house saying rhetorical triangle, and the people who hear you will think you are a genius.